You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Sunday the 4th of May, 2025. It is 45 days after the spring equinox. It is 47 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 15th day of Floréal, the day of the ver à soie, the silkworm. The sun rises today at 6:50 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:55 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:26 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:03 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 15 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon reaches its first quarter today at 10:15 p.m. The full moon will arrive on Monday, the 12th of May. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 4:17 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the morning, low tide, 10:55 a.m., 18 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 6:20 p.m., 1 meter 31. Near midnight, low tide, 11:12 p.m., 37 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, on our spring tree watch. On 31st Drive, just east of Crescent Street, a huge chestnut tree is in full bloom. It's in the backyard of the house at the corner, so it's not a street tree, but it is right against the sidewalk. Chestnuts are fairly rare trees in our urban forest, and the American chestnut was devastated by a blight that wiped out millions of trees in the early 20th century. So seeing the specimen in full bloom is a rare treat. Commemorations. On this day in 1626, Peter Minuit arrived in Manhattan. It was he who is said to have bought the island from the Lenape. The actual exchange was probably understood very differently by Minuit and the Lenape he traded with. On this day in 1868, the Kudoro Pagoda was opened in Mandalay, Burma, today's Myanmar. The pagoda was commissioned by King Mindon of Burma. It contains what has been called the world's largest book, the Kudoro inscriptions. The whole of the Buddhist canon was inscribed on 729 standing marble tablets. Rows and rows of white-painted shrines protect the tablets from the elements. The language of the inscriptions is Burmese. While not really a book per se, the collection of inscriptions is one of the most impressive presentations of the Buddhist scriptures in all the world. On this day in 1970, the Kent State shootings took place. Students at Kent State University were protesting the expansion of the Vietnam War into neighboring Cambodia by United States forces. The Ohio National Guard was called out, and the soldiers opened fire on the protesters. 4 students were killed, and 9 others were injured. On this day in 1916, Jane Jacobs was born. The author of The Death and Life of Great American Cities proposed a radical rethinking of city planning in the mid-20th century, advocating walkable, mixed neighborhoods that promote healthy community building. She is also remembered for stopping Robert Moses's proposed freeway that would have sliced through neighborhoods in Lower Manhattan. Revered by many of her followers, she is almost a secular saint. Perhaps we can remember her as an original thinker whose valid insights must never be treated as dogma. On this day in 1958, Keith Haring was born. The prolific artist brought his distinctive graphic style both to the worlds of fine art and out into broader communities. He died very young of AIDS. Remember Keith Haring with appreciation this day. And that is the Observatory, Sunday the 4th of May, 2025.